Hello Year 7, it is Miss Keel here and I'm here to talk to you today about our new project, and I wanted to talk to you a bit more in general about art and what art can be. So we need to do a little bit of recap first. What we know already is that art is all about interpretation. We know that artists express themselves, they express the way that they feel, but they also express the way that other people feel. We know that they interpret the world, and we know that art also changes over time. We know this because it links to people's views, it links to things like fashion, not necessarily in the way of clothes, but things like trends and people's interests at that current period. We know that art links to cultural and world events, and we know that it links to history, it links to politics, to geography. There was different art movements at different times throughout the world, and we know, hopefully from this week, that art can also link to the environment and people's understanding and views of that environment. So what is around us in the world today. We also know that art links to the formal elements, which we did at the start of the year, and they are on the screen for you now. We've looked at German Expressionism, and we know that they looked at colour and emotion, and they also interpreted the world in their own way. But what else? So Olafur Eliasson was your task from last week, and I'm hoping that he gave you a really different view of art. I'm hoping that you watched the Ice Watch video that I linked, and I'm hoping that you all created your own pieces of art inspired by his work. I've left it quite open on purpose because I want you to think in a bit more of a creative way how you can interpret art, and again, that's more your choice. It's not me telling you what to do all the time. It's you, your view of the world, your interpretations. So, what are we going to do next? Well, I'm sure that you have seen in the news that there has been lots of issues going on in the world at the moment, and I'm sure that you have seen that in Bristol there was a statue that was pulled down by protesters as part of the Black Lives Matter protest on June the 7th. This person on the screen is Edward Colston, and he was a 17th century slave trader. He traded people for quite a long period of time, and he had a statue made out of him, which obviously is a form of art. The plinth where the statue was is now empty. So for this week, what I want you to think about is what do we do with that plinth? Do we get rid of it entirely? Do we want someone else to be on the plinth? Do we maybe want him to go back up? What are your thoughts and feelings around this? For the practical task, however, I want you to think about who should be on that plinth. So if you were to design a statue, who would it be? Your success criteria is to draw it out obviously in your sketchbooks or on paper, whatever you've got at home, and ideally to add colour and detail, but obviously if you haven't got materials, no worries. On the screen now you have got some ideas for plinths. A plinth is just what a statue stands on, and they're often quite plain, sometimes more decorative. These are quite traditional, but it's up to you as well how you design that. And my kind of interpretation of this, so who I would want to be on my plinth, would probably be a key worker, an NHS frontline person, because they have really helped us all during this time. So this is a piece of graffiti, but what you could then do is add the plinth to it, and then you've got your statue. So I am asking you, who should be celebrated on the plinth? Who do you think is important within our society today? Who has good kind of morals, beliefs? Who's a celebrity maybe? Who do you really like and think is a great human being? It can be someone that's famous, it can be someone that is maybe personal to you. Maybe you have got a friend or a parent or someone that lives on your street that you think is worth making into a statue for everyone to see and for everybody to celebrate. Okay? It's totally your choice, but I'm very excited about seeing your results. As always, please take a photograph and upload your work to show my homework, and I look forward to seeing your drawings. Thank you.